7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, and welcome to Depraved Indifference to Intelligent Life, my weekly little vlog thing that I do here. And today I would like to talk about trigger warnings. It is something that I have seen on some Facebook pages. I've seen them on videos, on articles. I've even seen trigger warnings in role-playing rooms that I've been in. So I've seen these things, and I understand, I'm going to say it right off the bat, I understand that trigger warnings are a good thing. They are even a necessary thing for some people. There are people that have immediate visceral reactions to certain stimuli. And this is what trigger warnings are there to help these people. They're there for that reason. But I don't think there's a lot of people out there that are saying that they've been triggered by this, that, or the other thing. And while I'm sure some of these people that say it are being truthful and they have been triggered, and I'm not saying that this doesn't happen. What I'm saying is that I think there is a large majority that aren't being triggered. Because it seems to me, this is just my opinion, but it seems to me that quite a lot of people out there are confusing the word triggered, are confusing that with being offended. And these are not the same things. When somebody is triggered, when somebody has that immediate visceral negative reaction to a stimuli, it tends to be fairly intense. It tends to be fairly traumatic because usually trauma is associated with them developing this knee-jerk, immediate visceral reaction. I'm not going to mention any words here, but there are certain situations which I'm sure if you think about, you can you can say would apply to the situations. Soldiers coming back from a war who have developed PTSD, they can be triggered by certain stimuli, loud noises, aggressive situations where that they are in the middle of. They can trigger these visceral reactions where they can't control what they are thinking, what they are feeling. It's just an immediate visceral involuntary reaction to a stimulus. And this is what trigger warnings are meant to help prevent for people, that if they are forewarned about it, they can avoid this stimulus, or they can be prepared for a stimulus that is going to come. I am all for that. I am all behind that. But for people who are using it synonymous with being offended with something, no, I am not behind that at all. Because being offended at something is not even in the same ballpark. See, I can be offended at people that don't spell words correctly, as I mentioned in my last Depraved Indifference video. I can be offended at that. That irks me, but that doesn't trigger me. No, this is something that is there for a reason. And when people are abusing it for their own benefit or out of ignorance for what the word means, then it detracts from the people that actually need it, that actually need these things to be in place. So yeah, when it comes to trigger warnings, it does not mean that you're offended. It means that you have an involuntary reaction to something that you cannot control it. It's like a phobia. For example, I am arachnophobic. I do not like spiders at all. I am mildly terrified of them. I don't like them on me. If a spider is on me, you will see me freak out uh, because I don't. It, they they are the devil in my mind. I have this immediate involuntary reaction to them. I don't like them. They're creepy. They bother me, and they don't. I have the same reaction with heights. I am acrophobic as well. I do not like being around heights, especially when I know that there is a good chance that I could fall, or even if there is a slim chance that I could fall. I, I shy away from ledges on buildings. Those glass floors that they have up on some towers, I do not go on them because I'm a big boy and I'm like, nope, if I step on that, it's going to break, I'm going to fall. It's a visceral reaction. I cannot control it. So I'm not even saying those are triggers because they're not. But it is similar because I cannot control that reaction. It is involuntary and irrational. Um, and while there are quite a lot of those who can be triggered by things that definitely do have a rational reason for it, um, there are some that are irrational, and you can't help it. And these are the people that need it. So you guys out there that are like saying that, oh, I was triggered by this when you were only offended or this only bothered you or irked you, don't say that. Don't use that terminology. Don't usurp that terminology for your own, because it takes away from the actual meaning of that terminology. It takes away from those that actually need it. And that is a shame. That's something that should not be. Just something I thought I would talk about today because I wanted to uh, kind of get that off my chest. So think about what I've said. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. If you do or you don't, either way, put a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Keep it civil because I'm all about civility. If you can't be nice, then be civil, as I like to say. So do that. If you like what I'm doing, tap the like button. Tap the subscribe button as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I do new videos. And as I said with the comments, throw them in the section. Let me know what you talk about, what you think about this particular subject. It's one that I think definitely stands to be talked about and could stand to be looked at a little bit more, especially by any of you that have used that word not ironically in the past. Uh, think about the situation that you used it in. Think about whether it was, as I said, one of those instinctual, visceral reactions that you could not control, or whether or not you were just feeling uncomfortable or feeling offended. Because those are not what that word is for. So do all that, and until next time, my friends, you all take care, and I'll see you around.